Welcome back, everyone, to the NBA 2K22 MyNBA expansion series with the Kansas City Scouts. And it's time for another off-season. As a franchise, we have gone through 6 full seasons. We have gone through 5 of them in depth, and it's time to get into year 7 with the off-season, a runners-up off-season. Because yes, we did make the finals, but we lost. We were the second best team in the entire league. And now it's time to see who stays, who goes, who improves, and if as a team we improve for the next season, our next run. Because we're taking a couple more cracks at this thing. We got plenty of time until 2K23 comes out, which is when I'll start a new series, but we still have a long time until then, which means probably a couple of seasons more. So let's try and make things happen. Now here's our salary cap breakdown for the upcoming season as of right now. Here's who is definitely going to be on this team next year. Well, actually, not definitely, but we got Weaver, who definitely will return. We got Ellis, who we'll see about him. I still haven't made up my mind yet, but I will have to make a choice there today. We got Miles Bridges. He will return for sure. Ronnie Jordan is going to be on that 2-year team option. Okiki will probably ship off somewhere else and free up about $11 million cap room because he is not playing for us. He's not a good offensive player, and I'd rather just have extra cap room to find something else to work with. We're going to have a lot of cap room, I think, and yeah, so we're going to be good to go. Westbrook, he'll be on his second year of his contract, and Roy Valentine will be starting his 2-year team option as well. Now, guys who are not currently on a contract with us for the next seasons: Fletcher, Hall, John Logan, Jake Meyer, Okafor, Cameron Payne, Obi Toppin, Wade Webb, who I do want to bring back, and that's it. So I think right now my priorities are to, 1, decide what to do about Ellis, bring in a small forward that can start, because I still want Bridges to come off the bench. I think he's a really good bench option. I want a guy who can play defense and also shoot better than Obi Toppin does. 3rd, I want to get a taller point guard for the backups, and also a rebounding center for the backups. A guy who's good, like really good at getting boards. So those are my first couple of priorities. And here we go. Player retirements. James Harden has retired. After 17 years, he retires as a Supersonic. Steph Curry is done. The legendary shooter for the Warriors. His entire career took place there. He is done. Russell Westbrook done. Drew Holiday, Vucevic, Corey Joseph, Thompson, Valanciunas, DeMar DeRozan, Tim Hardaway, McCollum, Enes Kanter, Drummond, Lamb, Lynn, Fournier, Nance, and a bunch of other guys that you probably know of if you watch the NBA at all. And they're all gone. And a lot of these guys only played for a couple of seasons. Hall of Famers, no shocker here. James Harden, Steph Curry, and Russell Westbrook. All 3 of them make it into the Hall of Fame for basketball. Russell Westbrook averaging 21, 7, and 8 across his career. Harden 23, 5, and 6. Curry 24, 4, and 6. So, yeah, pretty good numbers, and they all deserve it. No shocker there. Westbrook has his Thunder jersey retired. Harden has his Rockets one retired, and Steph Curry, of course, has his Warriors one retired. Now the draft lottery. If this Kings pick hits, I think, the top 3 or top 5, it's one of the 2, then that pick goes to them. We still have our original pick, I think, or maybe it's the Lakers, but they were good this year either way. So we have at least 1 first-round pick, could have 2 if the Kings pick lands outside of the top 5, I want to say. And let's go. Pick 7. Oh, the Nets have jumped into the top 4. The Nuggets get pick 7. The Sixers stay at 6. And at 5, which would go to the Kings, they do get it, which we already knew because the Sixers had pick 6, but we will get the Kings' first-round pick next year instead, so they keep this pick this year. Pick 4 goes to the Pacers, who I think had the top percentage to get the first overall pick. The Nets will get the 3rd pick. And now, between the Knicks and Trailblazers, pick 2 goes to the Knicks. The Trailblazers have the first overall pick in this draft. I don't think I'll be trading up, at least not into the lottery, unless there's somebody really special that I want to get. But I'm not going to trade up like super high or anything. So, this is what it looks like, folks. That is your lottery. And we will pick at 29. All right, for staff, first we got to find an assistant GM. I'll offer this guy, Randolph Hunter, and then for coaching, I probably have enough to get maybe one more staffer. It was either a coach or a scout. I'm going all in on coaching this year. I kind of want to do big man coach, so I'll try and find somebody there. Let's try and get Brooke Levens out here, but I don't know if we can even get them. Randolph Hunter will join as the assistant GM. Levens still mulling offers. They only have one, and they will sign as our big man coach. So we got Brooke Levens, and hopefully he can help us on the offensive end for big men. That would be helpful if we keep Ellis, and even just for Roy Valentine's future. So he's got these couple of badges. He's got Rejuvenator, great contributions from older players. So maybe Miles Bridges, that would be nice. Guard Guru, that's cool. Perimeter D Master, and Underdog Advocate. Now we're also going to sign Nikki Lewis, a shot doctor, because why now? We're going to go all in on coaching, as I said. So she has the teacher badge, so a greatly increased chance of developing signature skills. Shot doctor badge, which is what she's doing as the coach. Improved shooting skills, a wing whisperer, okay. Helping attack the basket. So those are actually some pretty key badges right there. Before the draft, prior to starting it, here is what our scouting looks like. I'm just going to scroll down for by scouting percentage, actually, so we can see who we have the most info on and who we don't. We have a lot of info on a couple of top players, so a lot of guys like this, but our first real chance at a player is probably going to be Jerry Warwick at small forward. He's supposed to go anywhere between 19 and 38, so he could go at a lot of different spots. 75 overall, 21 years old, just a pure shooter, all-star ceiling, also a good finisher, could develop into a good player, yeah, he could be good for us. He's a good three-point shooter, good mid-range guy, and hopefully he could drop to us. I'm not saying that we are going to draft him per se. There's also Frank Ryan. I prefer to get guys that have badges, but because those are very important to how the game plays. But here's a further list of who we have full info on. And then guys we don't have as much info on. But we'll get more into this as the draft plays out. Okay, here we go. First on the clock is the Trailblazers. And with this pick, they take point guard Guillermo Ramos out of Puerto Rico. No shocker there. He was the favorite to go. And that's a good pick. The Knicks take Stephen Waters at pick 2. Then Lambros Dorakis out of TCU goes to the Brooklyn Nets at pick 3. At pick 4, the Pacers take power forward Wes Madsen out of Washington State. And with the Kings pick at pick 5, they take shooting guard Don Dunn out of San Jose. The Sixers with pick 6, they are going to trade this pick and a second-round pick for Franz Wagner from the Thunder, who just won the championship, who we just lost to. What in the world? What? Who do the Thunder have in mind? They take Jerry Warwick this early. Wow, that is a big shock. So they decide to go younger at small forward. And, wow, that's a crazy move. Nelson Watson at point guard goes to the Nuggets. The Jazz at pick 8 take Chad McKinney. The Magic at pick 9. They take Tin Chung Chin. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Out of Puerto Rico. Doyle Knox goes to the Bucks. Pick 11, the Mavericks take Cam Blunt. Pelicans at pick 12 take Kirk Banks. I'm probably not going to trade up here. My sights aren't set on any one prospect. Power forward Tyron Pope. The Spurs are going to trade pick 14 for 2 first-rounders in the future from the Detroit Pistons. The Pistons, who they want to pair with Cade Cunningham and Hal Atkins. They take power forward Gene Brown out of Georgia Tech. The Hornets take Stevie Brady. The Clippers take small forward Edwin Dunleavy. The Wizards take Mario Mané out of Utah. Shooting guard. The Warriors at pick 18. After the retirement of Steph Curry, they take Dirk Klein out of Germany. Now, small forward Frank Ryan, 6'9", goes to the Heat. The Supersonics with pick 20 take shooting guard Dane Tiggs. So we are getting closer to our pick here. The Celtics select Dwayne Harper out of Creighton. The Bulls are going to trade pick 22 and a second for next year for OG Anunoby and Herman Holland, which means that the Nets are now on the clock again. They take Darrell Harrison. And now the Heat take Conrad Bennett. The Hawks at pick 24 take AC Cardinal, a 7'1" center out of Washington State. The Cavaliers at pick 25 take Franklin Torres out of Croatia. The Grizzlies at pick 26 take Sid Sykes out of Australia. Now the Rockets at pick 27 take Jeffrey Rush, point guard, 5'9". Oh my God, he's going to get blocked. Now, the Lakers, who have our pick, we have theirs. We're a pick behind them this year. They're going to trade this pick and a first in 4 years for Johnny Perry and Fred VanVleet, which means that the Trailblazers are on the clock again before us. They had the first overall pick, and they take center Charlie Davis out of high school, 6'11", and now we're on the clock. All right, so one guy that I'm looking at right now is Devin Cartwright, 6'5" shooting guard. He's 6'5", so he can play point guard, shooting guard, and small forward. He's 18 years old at a high school. Ceiling is Klay Thompson, All-NBA. Floor is Courtney Lee. Strengths, has good potential. Looks smooth on the courts, and is a good athlete, and also smart player. Does not make defensive mistakes, and he has no weaknesses. So this is the first guy that's really caught my eye right now. Yes, we have plenty of shooting guards on our team right now. We have Wade Webb. We have Westbrook, who we drafted last year. We have Weaver. So wouldn't be the optimal choice, because at this point in the draft, a guy that we're going to draft probably won't get that much playing time, but I could see myself trying him out as the backup point guard, especially at 6'5" and with B playmaking and with B defense on guards. That would be pretty big for us. And also a athlete, good basketball IQ, which is probably one of the highest in the entire draft. So he's already pretty much where he needs to be in terms of like basketball knowledge wise. There's no point guards or small forwards or really anybody else that's caught my eye. I don't want to not show you guys the prospects here, but we just don't have that much information, and it's kind of a gamble right now. We don't even know how many badges, if any, that Cartwright has. This says 2, which these other guys right here don't really have that much. Ruben Hunter, 6'3" shooting guard, has 3. He is a good three-point shooter, good playmaker, a defense on the perimeter. He's 6'3", good IQ, good potential, good athlete as well. And let's see, ceiling All-NBA. He can create his own shot at the next level, hits threes, has potential weaknesses, no significant ones, but he is 3 years older than Cartwright, and not that much better, to be honest. So I'm sorry to not show you guys so many prospects, but at this point there just aren't that many left that are worth it. Deon Lucas is here as a point guard, but he's 5'10". I said I'm not taking short guards, and I meant it. So I think I'm comfortable taking Cartwright and at least having him in case someone gets hurt. But if not, we can just put him down into the G League for 1 year and see what happens. But I want to take Cartwright and see what he can bring to the table. And it's kind of a gamble, but we're used to making gambles at this point in the series. So let's do it. Our next pick comes to us in the second round. And I'm definitely going to be putting whoever I draft here into the G League. That's for sure. There's Irvin O'Brien. I'm sorting by scouting percentage because I'm not going to choose a guy that I don't really know about. I'd rather choose a guy that I do know about. So, Jimmy Francis, ceiling all-star. He does not pass as much as he should. Lacks conviction at the rim. Not a good finisher. Can hit the 3-ball. That's pretty much his best attribute by far. Irvin O'Brien, good 3-point shooter. Not much else. Charlie Teague. He's 7 foot. I'm taking this guy. 7 foot power forward. Welcome. Okay, so I will show you guys pretty much all the guys that were picked before us, and we'll eventually get to who we chose. Ramos, 78 overall, 9 badges, sharpshooter, 21 years old. Stephen Waters, 2 badges, 76 overall, center, 21 years old. Durakis, 4 badges, 79 overall, 20 years old. And he's 7'2". Wow. Waters is 7 foot. Wes Madsen, 3 badges, 77 overall. Don Dunn, who was chosen by the Kings, 74 overall, 1 badge. Jerry Warwick, who I was considering taking if he was going to drop to us, but he went so much earlier than I thought. 0 badges, 75 overall. Nelson Watson, 6'4" point guard, 79 overall and 9 badges. Probably the pick of the draft. Chad McKinney, 2 badges, 73 overall. Center Chen, 7 badges, 77 overall, glass cleaning. Center at 7 foot. Doyle Knox, 1 badge, 72 overall. Cam Blunt, 77 overall, 2 badges. Kirk Banks, 74 overall, 1 badge. Tyron Pope, 75 overall, 2 badges. Gene Brown, no badges, 72 overall. Stevie Brady, 1 badge, 73 overall. Edwin Dunleavy, 4 badges, 74 overall. Mario Mané, 6'4" guard, 4 badges, 73 overall. Dirk Klein, wow, this guy is going to be a stud next year. He has 1 more Euro stash here, but 11 badges already at age 20. and he's a 76 overall. He's gonna be like a 80 overall with like 20 badges next year. Frank Ryan, no badges, 74 overall. Dane Tiggs, 2 badges, 73 overall. Dwayne Harper, 4 badges, 75 overall. Darrell Harrison, 1 badge, 72 overall. Conrad Bennett, 1 badge, 71 overall. AC Cardinal, 1 badge, 74 overall. Franklin Torres on 1 Eurostat year, 5 badges, 73 overall. Sid Sykes, 2 badges, 72 overall, also 1 Eurostat year. Jeffrey Rush, 11 badges, 74 overall, but he's 5'9". Wow. The pick before us was Charlie Davis, 4 badges, 73 overall. And our pick was Devin Cartwright. He does have 2 badges. He's a 74 overall, so higher than I expected. And he actually could be getting some minutes for us. He's an offense initiator. And his badges are both playmaking. He's got bailout and unpluckable. Cartwright could be pretty good for us, actually. Shooting has got to get better, but it's not like terrible, but it's got to work on that. Playmaking is pretty decent already. Defense is better than I expected. He's a really good athlete. High IQ, which is big. High IQ is big in this game. That is a massive trait. B potential, so the average. So actually a pretty good pick by us. The rest of the first round, the Timberwolves chose Jackson Person, no badges, 73 overall. Thomas Gordon, no badges, 73 overall. And the last pick by the Thunder, Leroy Tucker, small forward, no badges, 71 overall. Second round, here are a couple of the top prospects. 73 overall, Ramon Rivera, Colin McDaniel, AC Craig. A lot of these guys actually have pretty good overalls. Cole Baxter, whoa. Paint defender, 7'2", 3 badges, 74 overall. I missed this guy. The Kings might not sign him, but if they do, or if they don't, I might pick that guy up. Ruben Hunter was 3 badges, 73 overall, so not bad at all. A couple other guys here. Ooh, Craig Lowe, 74 overall. Our pick is down here somewhere in the second round. And I'm probably going to send him down to the G League. But it was Charlie Teague, no badges, but he's a 67 overall, stretch 4. I think he could definitely develop in the G League, so I'll definitely put him down there. So we'll do that. Player options. We only have 2, and it's for Jordan and Valentine. We're going to take those, no question. Qualifying offers. I'm not going to extend one to Obi Toppin right now. I will extend one to John Logan. I do want to bring him back. Maybe even start him at power forward if I decide to get rid of Arthur Ellis. Jake Meyer, not going to offer 1. Fletcher, not going to offer. Hall, not going to offer. So Webb is actually going to be a complete free agent. And I'll try and get him first things first. Alright, moratorium. Here is who is available. Wow. Luka Doncic, unrestricted. John Morant, unrestricted. Chris Gilmore is restricted. There's Trae Young. There's Jokic, Embiid, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who we just lost to. Tyrese Halliburton, okay. Bam Adebayo, Jaylen Brown, Tyler Hero, RJ Barrett, Ben Long. Who is this guy and where is he from? He's unrestricted. Hold the phone. Been in the league for a couple years now. He's an 85 overall point guard, 6'5". Here are his numbers from last year. He played for the Lakers. 16 points per game, 45% from the field, 43% from 3. Okay, interesting. Bradley Beal, Kristaps Porzingis, Dame, Kobe White, Tyron Hayward, Kawhi, and a couple other guys. So we will try and figure out what to do here. Yeah, we got some moves to make. Look who it is. Mitchell Palmer, also available. Played in Atlanta last year. And now he's a free agent once more. Still is just shooting terribly. But his assist numbers are actually pretty good. Just look at these. He's averaging 7.6 per year pretty much. He could be somebody to bring back. But no. He's 5'11". I can't deal with that. I'm sorry. I cannot deal with that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't. First things first is Wade Webb. He wants $24 million. He's not going to... Why is that his expected? He's not going to get that. But I do want to bring him back. We might have to wait, though. We might have to wait for him to get other offers, because he'll only take it later on if nobody else has offered like a good deal to him. So probably can't offer Wade Webb right now. I know we are going all over the place, but what are the offers for Ellis if we were to offer him to other teams? We got 21 offers. Ooh, this could be something right here. The Nuggets want to trade for Ellis and Okeke, so two guys that I am kind of intrigued on getting rid of. And we do get Jamal Harris and Jackie McKnight. So Harris, 22 years old, but he's already played 5 full years in the NBA. 13 points or 14 points per game last year. Run 8 boards. Shot okay. He's 6'8", so even shorter than Ellis is. And he's got a rebounding, a post defense. Huh. I'll check back in on this, but McKnight is 7 foot. Could be the big guy off the bench that I'm looking for. Where's his attributes? He's got a rebounding and an A- post defense. This could be the move. After looking through all of them, I think that trade with the Nuggets is our best move here. We offload both Ellis and Okeke. We take on pretty much the same numbers in terms of contract, just because Harris's contract is so much bigger, but McKnight's is a lot smaller and shorter. I think this trade right here is a win. Harris is a better rebounder, not as good of a shooter, but it's about the watching games. Considering I think he'll be fine, but I think that's a move that we can make right now, and we're doing because we get a lot younger as well, which is always a good thing if you are especially offloading contracts. So it's a tough choice, but I'm gonna do it. They offered it to me. I'm gonna take the deal, and they agreed to it. A massive trade. We get Jamal Harris and Jackie McKnight. We faced him, I believe, earlier last year. So we now have him. And good inside defense, good rebounder, high IQ, still has high potential, and could still knock down threes and can score inside much better than Ellis could. And I think we improved in a couple of areas with just that trade. And McKnight also A- inside defense, A rebounding, B+ potential. And I think that was pretty good of us to make that trade right there. So with that, I'm going to just go through moratorium and get rid of all these cap holds, because I want to know what our full cap room is. So I'm not going to announce the rights to John Logan yet. And we'll decline the rest of these, and we'll see what we have. Actually, there's still some more people here. Not going to cap hold these guys down here. So we enter full free agency, and here is who signed. John Morant heads over to Toronto. Chris Gilmore returns to the Magic on that rookie or that second deal. Jokic goes to Philadelphia. Trae Young goes to the Grizzlies to just, I guess, replace John Morant. Embiid goes to the Kings. Shea returns to OKC. Adebayo goes to Denver. Jaylen Brown goes to the Wizards. RJ Barrett returns to New York. Hero leaves Miami for Portland. Porzingis goes to the Jazz. So we have just below $5 million cap room. We have 9 players on roster. We have $14 million of cap hold. We need, I think, 12 players on the roster as a minimum, and 13 if we're going to send Teague to the G League. So we got to get 4 more players, and hopefully that includes bringing back Logan and Webb. So I think because of that, I want to play Logan as the backup power forward. If we can bring him back, we'll have him as the backup power forward and Jackie McKnight as the backup center. Rebounding should be much better this upcoming season. You know what? Let's try and bring in Schroeder, because last year 3.3 assists in just 17 minutes per game. I think that on our team he could do better than that. I'll offer him, and because he wants a cheap deal, he's a veteran, and I say why not offer him this. Schroeder will sign. Still no word about Webb and Logan. I'm going to try and offer Webb because his expected just went down. I'm going to offer him this right now. I'll try and offer later on. And for Logan, he actually is restricted. So if somebody else tries to sign him, we should hear about it and be able to match it if we choose. So yeah. Now we're on day 12. Wade Webb will sign. Logan does take the qualifying offer, $8 million. He's back. Webb is back. We make it all work. And now here's our roster. Weaver, Jordan, Jamal Harris, Roy Valentine, Miles Bridges, John Logan, Westbrook, Webb, McKnight, Schroeder, Cartwright, Teague, and that's it. So we don't get the small forward that I was hoping to replace Obi Toppin, but we might just start Bridges there. We'll see. I haven't decided what I want to do about that yet. All right, now the pretty big one right here. Player progression. Who improves and how much? Weaver goes up to an 86 overall. I guess we saw the progression for them throughout the year. So Jordan is probably still a year or two away from reaching his full potential, but Weaver gets better at mid-range scoring, inside defense, perimeter defense, playmaking, rebounding, IQ. Ronnie Jordan, higher IQ, rebounding, playmaking, and mid-range shooting. Jamal Harris gets better IQ. Roy Valentine, better mid-range game, better inside defense, goes up to A+, and a higher basketball IQ. Miles Bridges loses a bit of physicality. John Logan, better inside scoring and better inside defense. That's a positive. Westbrook has officially gone up to a 79 overall, so he should be a much better player for us off the bench. So we'll see. I still don't know what I want to do. I really wish that I could have gotten a small forward, but we'll see. Westbrook, B- inside scoring, A+ mid-range game, C inside defense, goes up in defense on the perimeter, rebounding goes up, IQ goes up after it was an F, and he also gains a couple more badges. Jordan, I forget how much I think he had like 14 or somewhere around there. He goes up to 19 badges. Now here are the badges for Jamal Harris. He's got 6 finishing ones, 1 shooting, and 1 playmaking. Hook specialist, dream shake, drop stepper, giant slayer, post spin technician, and putback boss. On shooting, he has spade ace. and playmaking post playmaker. So he could be a really good guy to score inside for once. We haven't really had that so far. Wade Webb goes up by 2 overall points, better defense and better IQ. Jackie McKnight is staying where he was, besides some better IQ points. Schroeder gets worse in physicality and inside scoring, but I'm not worried about that. I'm looking for the playmaking for him. Cartwright is a rookie. Teague is a rookie. So there's your roster. We are here. We finally have an opening night game, but it's again not at home. It's on the road against the Magic. So that is where we start things off in our next season. Gotta think about this coach game plan here. I think I still want Jordan to be the point guard. I really do. I think he's best fitted as the point guard. But we could rock with this lineup right here. It's not too shabby at all. Have Wade Webb start as the shooting guard. Weaver as the point guard. But no, I think our defense is better if Jordan is playing point guard. I just can't let go of that. So first, we have Kevin Knox. Where do these guys come from? I don't remember signing them, but I guess they were automatic signings. But I am going to send down Teague to the G League for pretty much the entire year. So, assigned to G League. Good luck down there, Teague. I hope you perform well, and we'll see about you. But without changing the rotation yet, I want to go over here. Bench depth. If we do this, Cartwright won't get much playing time. So that is a concern. But first step is to make Jordan our primary scoring option. The second will be Weaver. And third, probably want to go Jamal Harris here. We'll keep everything else how it was as of last year for now. We'll keep the system as it is right now, which is 7 seconds. Are there any other better systems for us? Apparently the pace and space one is pretty good. Better 3-point opportunities. Spreads the defense. Constant motion. See, I do want constant motion. That is a preference of mine. Continuous ball movement, player movement. I mean, it says it's better. Let's just try to start off. You know, what can go wrong? Let's just try the pace and space. It is also our coach's preferred system, which means that we might actually be better with this system. So this is just stuff that we're doing just for the first episode of the season. It's not set in stone at all. But for the coach game plan, let me think for a moment, and I'll come back and I'll think about what I want to do. But for the playbook, I would like to change our playbook, actually. So I can do this by going to coach game plan. And coach, you're going to hear it. Playbook. I want to change it up. There's a couple different playbooks. I don't know which one is better. I just want to go with a different one. Let's just guess Team 3. I don't know what Team 3 is. Let's just try it. I have an interesting idea. What if we start Gabriel Westbrook as our small forward? He is 6'5". Bridges is 6'6" as a small forward, so it's not like we're going to lose that much. Ronnie Jordan is 6'8", but I still prefer him playing point guard. He's just really good at that role. Let's just try this out, and just for the first episode, see how things go. Maybe for the first episode, and then for the first, 8, 9 sim games of episode 2 of this season. But I just, I want to try a little bit different things. We'll still give Bridges plenty of time off the bench. I want to give Westbrook more time, though. The minutes look good for me right here. So plenty of backups are going to get some action. McKnight will get plenty of minutes. I want to give him some more, though, just because he's a good rebounder. So we're lower some for John Logan. We'll give a lot of minutes to McKnight off the bench because of his height and his rebounding skills and defensive skills. And I want to give Schroeder a tad bit more playing time as well. So we'll lower these a little bit, and we'll give shooters plenty of action as the point guard off the bench. So we'll do that, and here's what our lineup looks like. Starting point guard, Ronnie Jordan. Shooting guard, Damian Weaver. Small forward, Gabriel Westbrook. Power forward, Jamal Harris. Center, Roy Valentine. Bench squad, Miles Bridges, Jackie McKnight, John Logan, Wade Webb, and Dennis Schroeder. And we will see about getting Cartwright some minutes off the bench as well, because I do want to get him some playing time, and we will figure that out as we move forward here. I mean, I gotta give him some minutes just to start off, right? Don't I? No, I don't know. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm gonna start, or not start, I'm gonna put Cartwright over Schroeder just for now. Just for the first episode, first couple ones, we'll see how he does. He is a play initiator, which means that if there's no other point guard in the game, he will be the guy that will be the ball handler on pick and rolls and stuff like that. So we'll try this out. Now, this is what's going to be like just for the first episode. As I said, nothing is set in stone. We're just figuring things out with our couple of new players. So that's what it looks like right now. I'm going to delete all the game plans against other teams. So we start fresh. And, yeah, that is all we've done so far. So we don't do all of what I wanted to do, but we do a couple of good things that I think will help us improve. And I think that we are ready to go for October 19th away in Orlando to start off the new season. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, leave your comments down below. And until next time, take care.